Super Saiyan God. Only those with a pure heart can hope to achieve this legendary form. But how does it hold up in the hierarchy of the Dragon Ball universe? Does Super Saiyan God Goku even compare to Beerus? I want to start off the new year with something educational, so here it is. Why the Battle of God scale does work. Hello everyone, hope you all had a happy holiday and a happy new year. Sorry, this is pretty late. So as you know, I may get flamed for this, but I need to get the information out there so people can have both sides of the story and choose what they believe is right, because there really is no fact here. And also, I'm not trying to throw shade at Geekless TV's video, it just happened to come out as I was conceptualizing this one, so I'll use it as kind of like a base for my points. For those who may be unaware, the God Scale came from an interview in 2013 where Akira Toriyama stated that Super Saiyan God Goku's power is a 6, Beerus is a 10, and Whis is a 15. This first point will be pretty short. Firstly, people will say that this is outdated and should not be accepted because of that. I guess that means that Super Saiyan is a 50 times multiplier, as goes with the other Super Saiyan transformations, because the Daizenshuu 7 and the other guides have been published in the 90s. See what I mean? The logic is very flawed, it doesn't work for everything. People seem to believe that Toriyama just made up the number off the top of his head for the interview and since forgotten about it. While the latter may be true, there is no evidence about the former, and it is actually untrue. It is stated in the movie by Whis himself that Beerus used around 70% of his power. You should only dismiss old information when there is something contradicting it or outright disproving it entirely. And that will segue into our next point, that the scaling in Dragon Ball Super contradicts the Battle of God scale. The problem with this is that the people that say this for the most part are pretty big highballers when it comes to power scaling in the series. They'll look at Ultimate Gohan vs Super Buu, for example, and say Gohan's winning pretty easily. He must be using 2 to 3 times more power than Buu at least. This is false, because as we know, even in a 10% gap can lead to a huge stomp in the favor of one character over another. Especially now in Super, their power levels are easily in the billions and trillions for the high tiers like Goku at least. So just because Super Saiyan Blue is more powerful than Super Saiyan God doesn't have to be a 7 to Super Saiyan God 6 as we used to believe. A 6.1 or 2, or maybe even somewhere in between, would be more than enough of a boost from one form to another. People have assumed such things, such as Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black being several times stronger than Goku and Vegeta during their first fight, which as I've just proven doesn't necessarily have to be true. Lastly, people believe it's been outright stated that the scale was a lie the whole time. In the anime, Whis tells Beerus he knows that Beerus lied about how much power he used against God Goku, and Beerus agrees. What they never say is that what Beerus lied about is the fact that he used his full power against Goku, which he never said in the movie. This is an anime-only line that, as Super does, in the anime at least, kind of messes with the scaling for no reason for people who overthink it. So you're probably asking yourself why I think I'm right. First of all, the anime and the manga contradict with one another constantly where it matters most sometimes. The people at Toei add fill to the fights and fillers to the series that mislead fans and mess with the continuity of the series. An example for each is the Hit vs Goku fight and the Potafu arc in the anime. while animated well and fun to watch and super cool. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken x Goku should without a doubt be above Beerus and Whis, and it's implied that he's at least close to Beerus's power. However, that was just a plot device created by Toei to allow Hit to be more broken than he needed to get more views, so to speak, and it's like, kinda like clickbait, but not really. The Potafu arc, on the other hand, was a blatant time waster, which was actual clickbait. Gotenks was wasted just to be beaten by Saiyan Beyond God Vegeta, so people can get a little more confused, and it was a way to check off their list Goku vs. Vegeta in the anime. While in the manga, Hit vs. Goku was about how Hit could only skip time against someone equal to or weaker than him, or else it wouldn't work. Hit's full power was around as strong as Super Saiyan God Goku, a little less than that, but as opposed to being seemingly limitless in the anime. And it ended the same way without confusing power scalars. Beerus stays stronger and everyone's happy because it ends the same way. So in the end of the day, power scaling in Dragon Ball Super is always a little confusing, but if you try to put too much thought into it, you'll just kind of get even more confused. I will be making a video in the future, probably not next, about the canon, what I think is canon, again, my opinion, in Dragon Ball Super. So anyways guys, until then, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, all that. Try not to flame me or other people in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you later. Bye.